So Dragon Shadow got a buff. Kind of. You may be wondering, Ben, you're lying to me. Dragon Shadow didn't get a buff. I've scoured the patch notes for hours, forced into a state of pure agony every time I'm forced once again to witness the horror of the Stompy nerf, and there isn't a word about Dragon Shadow. I will now be disliking all of your videos as a punishment for the pain you've caused me. However, my meta-defined friend, it did get a buff. An indirect one. If you recall, Bungie added a couple of ways to decrease the flinch you take in gunfights, one of those being a high resilience stat. Now, while Titans and Warlocks may have loved this change, we Hunters on the other hand did not, as we realized we would now have to sacrifice recovery, or God forbid, the only reason why we ever win gunfights, mobility, to get high resilience. Because you can't max all three of these stats, right? Enter our good indirectly buffed friend, the Dragon Shadow. Now, I know most of you only think about Dragon Shadow because it makes your poor, quick drawless Fellwinter's Live remotely usable, but I'd be willing to bet many of you have forgotten that our good friend here gives mobility as well. Meaning that if you're like me, and didn't want to sacrifice mobility or recovery for resilience, you don't have to. And you can have your extra 10% flinch reduction while still staying a typical Hunter main.